Let's go.
Yay! Today we're at Grand Canyon National Park and we are going to show you how to spend a day here when you're bringing your dogs along. So we weren't aware until recently that the Grand Canyon South Rim has some fantastic dog-friendly options, including the 13-mile rim trail. So that's what we're gonna do today, and we're super excited. We packed up from Sedona this morning, where we're currently staying, and drove the two and a half hours out here, and we are about to see the rim. We are super excited. So these are our two dogs, Douglas over here and Jackson right there. Good boy. Are you ready to see the Grand Canyon? Are you gonna be National Park Rangers today? All right, come on, let's go. As I mentioned, the Rim Trail is a 13-mile trail that takes you all along the rim of the Grand Canyon, providing you with some of the best views. We came to the first view of the canyon and it definitely took our breath away. So we're starting here at the Visitor Center, which has many big parking lots, and it seems like it's going to be pretty quiet here today. There's snow on the ground. It's a little bit chilly, but the sun's out, so it's not too bad. And I'm glad it's not going to be too busy having the dogs here. That's always nice. But this rim trail goes, I think I've already mentioned, 13 miles. So it is a great option if you want to get out and see the Grand Canyon and still bring your dogs. We made a quick stop at the Mather Point Amphitheater before making our way to the more popular Mather Point. Doggies, you're looking the wrong way.
This is called Mather Point Amphitheater, and the Grand Canyon's obviously back there, but there's like a bunch of seating over here. I'm pretty sure the first time that we were at the Grand Canyon, we walked out there.
I feel like you're right, or it looks very similar to... No, I don't think we walked out on that. That looks pretty scary.
I don't know, I remember there were so many people out there with us.
Something like that. Maybe they just built this guardrail. I have no idea.
Or maybe it was that.
Way out there.
We walked out onto like a point.
Yeah,
like
I remember that. We took pictures.
Yeah, just like this.
So Paul and I came to the Grand Canyon as one of our very first trips we ever took out west back in 2017, I think. We came to the Grand Canyon for a day, and I do remember there were so many people that made us very scared because people are out on these ledges taking selfies and not really paying attention, and just made us so nervous. So of course we were very careful, but it's nice that these guardrails are here, especially being here with the dogs. We walked a bit further to the very popular Mather Point. The views are pretty similar to the more secluded amphitheater view just a couple of minutes away. It seemed to be a pretty quiet day at the Grand Canyon, so I'm sure this viewpoint gets super busy when there are crowds. Either way, it's still worth a quick stop. So that was Mather Point, which is clearly very popular, but definitely a must-see. It's beautiful there. But it looks like there are some viewpoints right down here on the trail, and there's nobody there. So we're gonna go check out those now.
We found out why there's nobody at the viewpoints we wanted to go to.
Area closed. We continued making our way down the rim trail, and the best part of this trail is that you have great views the entire time and not just at the official viewpoints. We took our time trying to soak it all in, which is honestly hard to do at a place as incredible as this. So like I mentioned, we parked at the Visitor Center and then went to Mather Point first, and as you saw, it is super popular there. So as soon as we got just a few minutes away from those popular spots, the crowds have really thinned out. Now I don't know if that would be the case if it was a busier day, because like I said, most of the parking lots were pretty empty thankfully, but it's much easier for us to walk the dogs. We're not around a ton of people, so we're really enjoying this now, just taking in all these incredible views that are literally right next to the rim trail, and how fun to have our dogs here with us. So we're here at another beautiful viewpoint. We're not sure what this one is called, but just like everything else, you can get right up to the rim and have these amazing views.
This one's unique because you can go right up to the edge. Like, that's a 1,000-foot drop.
Yeah, crazy. That's a long way down.
That's not even the bottom.
No?
No, the bottom's way, way down there. You can just see a sliver of the Colorado River.
Boy, oh boy. If you're visiting the Grand Canyon with your pups, this is definitely the trail I'd recommend doing. Dogs are not allowed on any trails below the rim, which helps protect the wildlife in the area. Paul and I hope to come back to the Grand Canyon and hike down into the rim, but for today, we're just happy to be outside enjoying this beautiful park with Doug and Jackson by our side. Something to keep in mind is that this trail is 13 miles each way, and while I believe you typically could take a shuttle back to your car, you can't do so with your dogs. So we walked about a mile each way from the visitor center, and as you can see, you really don't need to go far to see amazing views of the Grand Canyon. However, since we only have one day here, we decided to get in the car and drive to a different portion of the park. So right now we are on, I believe it's called Hermit Road, and it looks like there are a lot more viewpoints over here as well. So we're gonna see what we can find. We just pulled up to Hopi Point, and it's a little bit less crowded than we were before, and just peeking out the window, it looks pretty crazy. You ready to go see some more of the Grand Canyon? Are you ready? Are you ready? We walked up to Hopi Point, and honestly, it's insane that you can get these views without hiking. These viewpoints are so easily accessible by car because there are lots of parking lots along the way in addition to walking on the rim trail. Hopi Point provided a different perspective of the canyon, and it was our favorite viewpoint yet. And while everything we saw today was amazing, we were wishing we had more time to check out the other viewpoints in this portion of the park. It was absolutely stunning. Not to mention, we even had this entire view to ourselves. The sun was setting and it was getting pretty chilly out, so we enjoyed the last bit of the Grand Canyon for a few minutes before heading back to the car. Well, I would say that last viewpoint was our favorite. It was definitely worth stopping. So we have about a 2 to 2.5 hour drive back to Sedona, and we're going to try to make it back before it gets too dark. So we're going to hit the road now, but what an amazing day at Grand Canyon, and especially to be able to bring the dogs with us.
Whenever we were here the first time, I remember looking out and focusing on one little point, but then like looking back and like looking out at everything, and there's just too much. It's complete sensory overload. And until we got to Hopi Point today, I didn't feel that way. So I'm really happy we came down here.
Yeah, definitely. This was also my favorite viewpoint of the day, and if we would have planned a little better, maybe we would have started down here.
Yeah. Because
there are so many viewpoints marked on the map down this way, but that just means we need to come back.
That's right. That's right. And this is where all the helicopters take off from.
Really?
So you can see all the helicopters going through the canyon from this point. So we can't recommend this one enough, and it's not too crazy busy. It is cold and cloudy though.
Yeah, it got really cold.
Yeah.
But I mean, how nice that the Grand Canyon has options to actually bring your dogs. Most national parks don't.
Yep. Or
some of them you can bring them and only take them to the parking lots, but there's usually not viewpoints like these ones from the parking lots, and to have a 13-mile paved trail that dogs are allowed.
Yep.
Is so nice.
Yep.
So we have about a 2.5 hour drive back to Sedona. So we're gonna hit the road. If you're not already, we'd love if you subscribe to our channel and gave this video a thumbs up. Thanks as always for watching, and we'll see you on the next adventure.